Hi, Hugo. How you doing? Oh, good. You're right on time. How you doing? I'm doing okay, kid. Yesterday wasn't as productive as it should have been, so today is going to be kind of busy. Yeah, that's LA, you know. LA doesn't really get too cold. But Hugo, you asked about merch updates. I did receive a sample. I can't remember exactly last time you were in a stream or what you know, so I'll just tell you where I'm at right now as far as merch. Uh, the designer sent me a sample for me to kind of wear and test out before deciding to move forward. And I have decided to move forward on this shirt design. So that's where we are right now. I still need to talk to the designer to finish the design, add a new logo to it, and then we'll move forward from there. But as it stands right now, I've simply decided on the design. from the samples that were sent to me. Hugo. Raiden? Ruben? I couldn't read your username before it disappeared. Sorry. You say I look very tired. I'm actually not tired. Maybe my face just looks like that. Maybe I'm not a very lively looking person. But welcome to the stream. And in any case, if that was your first comment. missed. Oh wait. Will you be spending Christmas time with your family? I will not. I will not be spending time with my family. I'm pretty far from them, and I don't have time to travel this year because I have work to do. So I'll see them eventually, just not during Christmas. weekend plans? Was it Max? I don't really do resolutions. Well, I hope you have a good weekend, Max. There's a specific transition in the song that I don't love yet. It's one of the main reasons I feel like the song's not done. And it's when the song goes from. I feel like that needs something more around it to kind of like usher in the change from. I do like the but I feel like I need something more. And I'm trying to figure out if that's something that I can slash should be doing on the piano, or if it's something that I'm hearing like, reverse cymbals and like harps and glockenspiels and what are those things? Bell trees to do the transition. Because if it's other instruments, there's nothing I can do for the piano. But maybe. Is that one of the unnamed songs? No, this is Double Let's. This is Double Let's. Maybe. perfect. I don't want to spend all of it inside. I have a lot of work to do, but I don't want to spend all of it inside. Maybe I can Nah, I'm gonna have to spend. Well, maybe I can be out during the day and then work it this evening. I hate that when you can feel yourself procrastinating. You can feel yourself pushing work back. I'll figure out something. Promise. Making a promise to myself. Sorry, host. There it is. Yeah, they can be very inspiring. Sunny days. I have not heard the new Kijanana, but a lot of people were tweeting about it on my feed. I'm just not ready to consume new music right now. I have a lot of stuff that I need to work on, but I'll probably get to it this weekend. If you could score any video game movie franchise, what would it be? None that exists, Matthias. I don't want to score anything that already exists because people already have concept for what the music should sound like. I'd rather score something that doesn't exist, like I'm doing right now. Scoring like a movie series or a video game series or whatever that doesn't already have some type of context in the world is what I would prefer. For example, if I were going to score the next Mario game, people are, inevitably going to contrast and compare it to all the other Mario soundtracks. It's going to have to sound a specific way because Mario is a franchise that exists. If I were to be scoring Final Fantasy, there's Yoko Shimomura and Nobuo Uematsu's shoes to fit into. I would rather score something that you've never heard of. Therefore, you wouldn't have any expectations of what it's supposed to sound like. Good question, though. That's weird. Yeah, that goes into signals, doesn't it? Spring Street. Hi, Cyber. I didn't even see you come in. Exactly, Matthias. This is a thing. Hey guys, I'm supposed to have a smoothie right now. I just remembered. I got up after my workout to make a smoothie specifically so that I'd have something to drink during the stream. But I'm out of bananas. So after the stream, I have to go to the market. It's not smoothie time. It's past smoothie time. We still never named the song. Remember that one? That one was supposed to be named the last stream. I think we just ran out of time. There's a very specific place. There's a specific place in England that this song reminds me of. Matthias says sneak a whole tone scale in there. I don't know what that is, Matthias. Again, for anybody that's new to the stream, I don't know music theory, so um, that's just German to me. There's a very specific place in England that I went to. It was in Leicester, across the pond. Hmm. No, it's okay, Matthias. Dang. Kid might be on a streak. Kid also named Reflection Pool. That one. The one that I usually start the streams with. I don't know if I've ever had a body of water listed in the song. I don't think it, like ocean, sea, pond, lake. I don't think any of those terms have ever come up in my songs. I don't think so. You might be onto something. Open pond. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that, kid, just in case. Pool? Do I have pool in any of my songs? I should know, right? I don't think so. There's a place in England called Leicester. There's a college there that my friend went to. So I got to stay with her for a little while. And oh wow. Oh. Do you ever think back to times where maybe you went someplace amazing or did something amazing or ate something amazing, but you weren't really appreciative of it at the time? So you think back and you're like, wow, that was actually really cool. Why was I just chill throughout that entire experience? Anyways, I walked throughout the entirety of Leicester, at least the downtown and surrounding areas. And there's like a food market, like a big food mart where I bought some strawberries. I bought like a little crate of strawberries and I was just walking around eating strawberries. And I found a place called Primark where I bought 2 shirts that you guys have definitely seen me in. They're like my button-ups that have like black and white flowers all over them. I bought a couple of button-ups. And then I ate at a place called... It's a chicken place. Nando's? I ate at Nando's for the first time. And I don't know, I didn't really do anything, but it was like springtime, and there were bees and butterflies and birds everywhere and flowers, and I didn't talk to anyone, and I wasn't really on my phone. I was just kind of walking around, observing everything, and like engaging with stuff, but I didn't really like talk to any of my friends that were there. Just a bunch of strangers. It was really cool. Anyways, this song reminds me of that. Primark is absorbed pricing. That place is... Well, Primark was kind of absurd, yes. I haven't seen anything like that since I've come back. I do miss Nando's, though. There's Nando's in the US, but not on the West Coast. Not see so much franchising? Wait, what? Hold on. I know it's a much bigger thing in the US. I don't care. I'm indifferent. I don't really care about franchises. Since I can't really escape them here in the US, it's not like it's something that I look for going other places. I just like change, I guess. So if I go to another country and there's still franchises everywhere, but they're different franchises, sometimes that can be a pleasant experience just to see something different. Um, Something else that like okay, has anybody in here seen the video for Into Thin Air? Oh crap! You're trying to learn 72 downtown? Isidore on the piano? I'm trying to learn the piano part. Hmm. Maybe I'll make a video just for you, Isidore, on how to play that song. It's really weird. I don't. That part specifically is weird. Because I feel like the intro part is the hardest part, and then everything else is pretty easy. Yeah, I'd say that's one of my more simple songs. Once you get past the weird intro. Yeah. Hmm. I would say Winter Heart will probably be the hardest song for me personally to teach somebody how to play. Hmm. Why does that happen? This keyboard is so broken. And I just let it be that way because I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. And it's very old, so like it should be a little broken by now. If it wasn't, that'd be weird. I told you guys how much trouble I have with Winter Heart, and it's right at the part that I just stopped playing. Something that's interesting is that maybe this isn't interesting. It's interesting to me. Is that since I don't know how to read music, a lot of my music playing is based off of muscle memory and feel, sound and feel, and not so much things on a piece of paper. Symbols and notes. So a lot of my Winter Heart playing is contextual, right? It's contextual, like where my hands are. I can remember how to play it, but only the hands together. Those chords I just played with my left hand are very hard for me. Hard to play without the right hand. Now it sounds wrong. So I gotta start all over again. There it is. I hate it. I hate it because I posted a video recently of me playing Winter Heart on Twitter with the Wurlitzer sound. And it took me actually several tries to be able to get it right. I don't really associate certain keys and tones with color. Maybe tones. But But that's more so because of FL Studio. The way I color code my songs has had the reverse effect now, where I will hear. Let me back this up a little bit. I was about to say a lot of nonsense. So, when I'm working in FL Studio, I color code my music so that it's more organized. Visually, I can look at my track and go, that's where the bass is. So, I have come up with like more of a system of like, you know what bass is? Lower sounds are going to be like a dark blue, um, etc. I don't need to get into all of it. But because of that, now when I hear bass stuff, it does make me think of or is represented mentally by the color blue, but that is not some type of I was born with its synesthetic effect that I'm having. It's more so a thing that I've trained myself to do based off of the program I use. Oh, Hugo, I haven't used the new FL Studio update. I didn't use FL Studio all day yesterday. I just haven't updated. So, in theory, I think it's really cool because sometimes when working with other people, especially on SoundCloud, people will ask you for stems. For those of you that don't know what stems are, or maybe you're not a producer, usually when somebody's going to remix a song or just work on a song with you, you have to send them not the song, but all of the pieces, the building blocks of the song. You have to send them the snare track, the kick track, the hi-hat track, the bass track, the piano track, the vocal track, etc., etc. Fruity Loops until recently didn't have an easy way to do that. There's a very, very long, time-consuming, and convoluted workaround in order to get all those pieces, those building blocks out. Now, Fruity Loops has added that, along with some other stuff, but I think that is the thing that a lot of people focused on in the new update. And I am happy to have that finally, because that was a roadblock occasionally when working with other producers. The only problem here lies in the fact that I don't really work with a lot of producers. So that update would have been really, really helpful for me back in like 2016 when I was really on my collaborative kick, but I wasn't really looking for it today in 2019, but I'm sure it'll come in handy for sure. I think that the update is good. To answer your question, Hugo, I think it's a good advancement. Did we settle on Over the Pond for this song? Or were we still workshopping names? What do you think it could be added to it? What? Over the phone? Interesting. Oh, you meant over the pond. Okay. I was gonna say, over the phone, huh? I don't know. I don't know if I hear it, but I like that. Anything that I think could be added to FL? I'm gonna be honest with you, Ugo. I'm very, very satisfied with FL Studio. There's nothing right now that I look at in FL while I'm working it and think, I really wish they would add blank. If anything, there are a lot of things that are added to FL that are very useful that I don't even use. Anything that could be added to FL? I don't know, more plugins? You could always use more plugins, right? More reverb, more variety and delay and stuff like that. I don't know. There's nothing I really am using FL Studio and thinking in the back of my head, I need this, and I don't have it right now. But I do have the opposite feel, or when I'm using FL Studio and I think, why is this thing here? I never use this, and I don't think I ever will. I get a lot of that. Over the pond, alright, over the pond. So, and the YouTube streams... How have I never hit that chord before? That's so pretty. Do I have a song that ends on that note? Oh my god! Over the Pond ends on that note. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. to end that song. Are we never? Name of the other one, Over and Under. I think I'm gonna stick with the ER. Oh well, if I name it Ova and Unda, I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. I actually do kind of like that. I specifically like it for SEO, because I think that Over and Under definitely has been pummeled to death on the search engine. So Ova and Unda probably has better SEO. Hmm. And I would be lying if I said I had named a lot of things based on their search engine optimization before. What happens if you try starting with that melody in the bass as an intro? Says Matthias. Oh, it used to be like that. I didn't like it. I thought it sounded horrible. You're talking about this? That was down here. Ooh, yeah, I don't like it. No. I love the intro of the song as it is. You know, the song actually used to be introed from, what's it called? The other unnamed song. A lot of your music reminds me of Studio Ghibli scores. Has, oh, have I been influenced by it by any means? No, Wilson. But you're not the first person to say that. A lot of people will have seen, like, My Neighbor Totoro or Howl's Moving Castle. It's like, you know, your music sounds like Studio Ghibli. You should score a Studio Ghibli track. And I take that as a compliment, and I'm flattered, because those are amazing soundtracks from what I've heard. However, I don't know any of the soundtracks of those movies. I haven't seen any of them enough to know them. Somebody actually made fun of me recently, in a friendly way, but we were in an office, and there was this music playing, and I was like, this is really pretty. What is this from? What is this from? And I kept asking, and nobody was answering me, and I was like, what is this from? And they were like, oh, I thought you were kidding. How could you not know that this is Spirited Away? And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, this is Spirited Away. It's like one of the most famous anime soundtracks of all time. And I was like, I saw Spirited Away once, like 12 years ago. How am I supposed to remember the soundtrack? Anyways, no, I wouldn't say that any of those soundtracks have been an inspiration for me. But they are very good. They are very good. From what I've heard. Princess Mononoke is my favorite. Princess Mononoke is the only one of those films that I've seen several times. I've seen it 3 times, I believe. I don't remember any of the music from it, but I do remember liking the movie. I thought the movie was cool. I also should probably mention, I don't remember anything from the movie. I remember Big Dog. I remember Big Pig. Weird Pig that was like diseased or something. It was like a demon pig. I remember little forest things that like shook their heads like rattles and it made a weird creepy noise. I remember a big deer head cut off, I think. I don't remember any of the story. Ooh, Stevie Weeby. Stevie Weeby's podcast was fun. I miss him, but he didn't go to the haunted house with me this year. He dropped out. But whatever. I'll see him soon, I hope. I don't know. He'll probably be in my neck of the woods. We don't live that far from each other, actually. Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. I just watched it for the first time. It's incredible, says Wilson. I'm glad you liked it. Somebody else told me that that was their favorite one of the collection and that they wanted me to watch it with them. And I agreed, but we never set a date, so alas, I have not seen this film. Those are the chords for my This Is America remix. I mean, it's played in piano. It's so weird how more of the chord progressions or remixes that I've done, those like took like 2 seconds as far as coming out with the chord progressions. Those are the chords that people like. And then the chord progressions that took me forever. Those songs, like Chaser? Remember the song Chasing? 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 Remember that song? Nobody remembers that song. That one. Hello, Leanna. How you doing? That was a fun one. Oh, thanks, Wilson. Wow. Hmm. That was Goldie, Leanna. It's so weird because some songs that I have will feel similar based off of how I play them, but they're not actually similar as far as notes or anything. Because again, since theory, I go off of muscle, and there are a few songs that muscle-wise feel very similar to me. And then there are a few songs that note-wise are similar that go into each other. Like, for example, Into Thin Air goes into or out of key lime. Sorry, yeah, key lime. Ah, the old rewind trick. It's okay, Lindsay. How'd you style your hair like that? I twisted it. There's two-strand twists. It's not complicated at all. It's not like something that takes a bunch of practice or product. Just twist your hair. A lot of kids will twist their hair on accident, just like from being nervous. I was one of those kids. Goodbye, Wilson. Thank you for being here. And props on you for doing the final. And then into there. A lot of the same notes are used from Into Thin Air to Key Lime, but they feel so different to me. Maybe they even sound the same. You want to know why the pop really stopped? I can't tell you, Leon, or I'll have to delete the stream. Ooh, that's a way better ending. Anyways, okay. I just now remembered I was talking about that earlier. Has anybody seen the video, the music video for Into Thin Air, the song that I just played? Bing bong bong. Bing bong bong. Bong bong bing. Bing bong bong. Okay, so Kit has, Isadora has. That's enough. In that video, it isn't just piano, right? Piano still drives the song for sure. But when I get to that part, there are bells playing in the background. It's like that. There's a lot of other stuff. There's strings that come in at a certain point. Basically, what I'm saying is, I'm trying to put together a piano collections, right? Kind of like how I would put together all my jazzy stuff into signals. Um, and I'm trying to decide between having it just be stark piano, right? Um, nothing added. For something like Into Thin Air. Oh wait, hold on. Nothing added, just a plain piano. Or when I release a piano collections, do I want to make it like the music video was, where I did add little accents? Not something that's wild, there's not a bunch of drums going off and cymbals and bell trees and vocals and stuff like that, but there were additions to the song to give it more of a robust feel and kind of drive point or emphasize the points I was trying to make emotionally with the song, yada yada yada. And so if I'm putting out a collection of piano works, do I do that to the music? Because sometimes when I'm playing the songs, I can hear those things in my head. Those things are essentially a part of the song to me, but I know that you guys hearing them, you guys don't hear the full arrangement, because I only have so many hands and I only have so many instruments. So a lot of times when I'm playing what's the song? Well, a lot of times when I'm playing this, I'm hearing flutes and stuff. I'm hearing clarinets, and I'm hearing just like little accents. Not something that's going to completely change the course of the song, but I'm hearing at least like accompaniments. I'm hearing other things. Anyways, I'm hearing other instruments, so when I go in to record these songs, the problem is, in the past, I'm not going to say any names, but in the past, I've released these songs as I heard them, or as I feel them. Then people said, oh, I wish it was just the piano. And I was like, oh, interesting. They were like, yeah, I get it. I'm saying I personally get what they're saying, because all the times they've heard it, they've only heard the piano. So for a lot of people in the stream, this was keyline. That was keyline. And so when I released keyline, that had drums, and the bass line in it, it had vocals in it, people were like, what is this? This isn't the keyline that I wanted from you. And I thought, what? What are you you talking about? That's just a piece. You're focused on just a piece, like 10% of the song. But then again, in context, that's the only 10% people can hear because it's a piano stream. And so yeah, for the piano collections, I'm undecided on whether it will just be solo piano, because if I release a solo piano thing, when I'm listening back to it, I'll always hear it as an unfinished song. It's interesting. Cyber says, for what's worth, I appreciate the solo piano tune. An acoustic set has intrinsic value, especially to the goals of the album, or just piano. The thing is, the goal wasn't an album that was just piano, but I do hear what you're saying. Right, you would say why not both? I'm trying to be better about that. That's a very good point, though. Because that's a slippery slope. The why not both slope is very slippery. I realize that Mikey Lee is just an anagram of key lime, yes, and they are indeed the same song. And technically. I knew it was the same song at a different speed. Didn't realize the letters were just rearranged. Word up, kid. Wow. Kid, you know what? I bury all this stuff in my songs. I bury all of this weird minutia and secrets and stuff like that. And I even forget that they're in there sometimes. So other people discovering them way after the fact makes me happy. Because, trust me, there's a lot of things that I put in songs that nobody has ever at least been vocal about finding. Sometimes I bury stuff in songs excited, waiting for somebody to finally go, hey, Omni, you did the thing. I realized the thing you did. How clever. But nobody ever says it. And then I just go, oh, well, I guess people aren't paying that much attention. It was like the whole Quick Breath Ego Death thing. How all the Quick Breath Ego Death songs are specifically opposites of each other. Did somebody figure that out? Or did I tell? I think I told the Instagram stream that, but nobody actually came to me on their own and told me that they had figured that out. Unless I've forgotten that they said that. But I don't think anybody did. I don't think so. I think I would remember that. But thank you, kid, for paying attention. Yes, Mikey Lee is an anagram of key lime. The only difference is that key lime ends there, but Mikey Lee goes. It adds those 3 chords to it for no real reason. And then it ends because I had to do something different. I couldn't just play the same exact chords. What was I talking about? Naming conventions, adding secrets into songs. Crap, we really are at minute 59, aren't we? And I haven't gone over the news at all. So let's go over the news, guys. I don't have the budget for it, but once I do, there's going to be a cool little banner that slides in. Or there won't be. And that's something that's even possible that says Omni News. You guys are out on the ground floor when I'm still broke. Why not both? Oh, right. Slippery slope. Thank you. Before I get to news, slippery slope. Why not both? I have had in my career the why not both mentality for a very long time. Sako? Is it Sako? I don't want to mispronounce it. I'm going to keep saying Sako. If it's wrong, please correct me. Don't let me be an idiot. So Sako, I've had the why not both mentality in music for several years now. And I'm going to assume, Sako, that you have not heard all my music. Please forgive me if I am making a rude and incorrect assumption. But I'm gonna hard assume that you haven't heard all my music. And the reason I'm going to assume you haven't heard all my music is because of my why not both mentality. I haven't just been slipping on the slope. I've been skiing down this slope at full speed. And anytime I have 2, 3, 4, 10 ideas, I think, I'll just do all of them, right? Last year I was like, I really want to have a very personal album that expresses the music that I feel like I have worked up to at this point in my career. But everybody in the stream was saying, yo, you should put out just a chill album that I can listen to while I'm like studying or drawing. And I said in my head, I was like, oh, why not both? I'll just put out both. I put out both of them, and most people haven't heard both of them. Some people have. Some of those people are in the stream. Most people haven't. Most people didn't listen to Daydream at all. Most people didn't listen to all of Lush Dream. They listened to like Coliseum and a couple more tracks. But when you total just those two releases, it was like 43 tracks, 45 songs. And after a while, you start overwhelming an audience or a listener base with your why not both mentality. This year, I wanted to release an ambient album, but I also wanted to release an album that I was going to be able to play live, that people could dance to, that had some energy to it. And I said to myself, why not both? And so I released Quick Breath, and then I released Ego Death, both in the summer. Just a year before that, I wanted to make a whole album that was based off of a short story that I had written called Speed Dream. But I also wanted to put out a collaborative EP with me and my friends. And I also wanted to put out a remix EP. And I said, I'll just do all three. And I did all three. And to this day, quite a few people have not heard Speed Dream, which took me a disgusting amount of time to make. So, all that, Sako, is why the why not both thing is a slippery slope. If I say I want to do a album of my piano work, but I also want to do one that has full arrangements and orchestrations, and I also want to do one that's kind of energetic that I can play live, I will release all three of these bodies of work, and maybe somebody will hear three of them. Maybe. Some people will hear two of them, and some people will hear one. But everybody's not going to listen to all of it. So that's why I'm trying to not do both. I'm really trying to not do both. I've listened to parts of Speed Dream, says Leanna, but I need to go back and listen to the full story. No worries. No worries. I'm never upset at people for not listening to all the music because of the why not both slope. I realize it's very difficult. And something that I've talked about this on the stream before. I think it was like Morning Medley 2022 or something like that, where I talked about how badly I want a Waffle House. Waffle House is an establishment from the South, yada yada yada. But it doesn't. They don't have it in Los Angeles. It's like region locked, but not really specifically to the South. It seems like it's specifically region locked away from LA. They have it in Arizona, for crying out loud, which is like 4 hours away. I love Waffle House. I would like to have it in Los Angeles, but if they build one in Los Angeles, how often am I gonna go? If they tweet, yo, should we come to Los Angeles? You better believe I'm gonna like that tweet. I might even throw in one of my Omniboy reaction gifts to it. Am I gonna go to Waffle House when they come to Los Angeles? I don't know. Maybe once, twice a year, maybe 3 times. So why do I want it? I don't know. I just want to know it's there. I don't know that I want to engage with it all the time and give it all my money. Did I want a Bad Boys 3? You better believe I wanted a Bad Boys 3. Bad Boys 3 is coming out. Do you think I'm going to see it? Probably not, actually. Do I think it's going to be a bad movie? No. But am I going to see it? Probably not. And did I ask for it about 5 years ago? Yes. Yes, I did. My point is, I think that I would listen to people who said, hey, Omni, any new music in the works? And I'd say, I just put out an album last month. Have you listened to it? And they would say, nah, I haven't gotten around to it. Any new music in the works? And I'd say, yeah, I guess I'm putting out something next week. And then they'd come back in, a month or two, and they're like, yo, any new music? And I'm like, yeah, I put out something last week. Remember when you asked? And they say, oh, I haven't heard that yet. But I would love to see some new stuff. I would love to hear you work on a video game. And I'd say, I am working on a video game. Maybe that game comes out and they don't play it. They don't buy it. I think that I have to give people the same treatment I would give myself about Waffle House. And that's why, when you listen to news now, I keep referring to Quick Breath and Ego Death as new albums, because they are actually new. And they're the newest thing that I've put out. And just dump more new content on top of them. So, would it be nice if there's a Waffle House in Los Angeles? Oh, it would be great. Is it impossible for me to get to Waffle House? No, not at all. I can just drive to Arizona if I want it. I can drive to it. And maybe if I want it bad enough, it's worth the drive. The end. And that is why it's a slippery slope, Sako. Let's get to the news. I have 2 new albums out. Ooh, what a nice transition, Omni. We were just talking about those 2 new albums. They're called Quick Breath and Ego Death. One of them is really dancey. One of them is very sleepy. The sleepy one I sing on most of the songs. Several people here have heard both of them. Some people have heard one of the other. And I would say maybe 1 or 2 of you have just heard none of it. Please go listen to it. I worked on it very hard. Doing 2 releases in 1 year is very difficult. I wouldn't recommend it. But I did it. Those 2 releases can be found on Bandcamp, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon MP3, Tidal Brew, Deezer, Pandora, Napster, YouTube. You know, I was thinking about Spotify recently. I mean, my music's on Spotify. That's what we all focus on as far as... And when I say we, I mean us in like the music industry as far as stats and metrics now. It's Spotify. The only reason I use Spotify is because it's connected to my PS4. I can't think of any other streaming service that I can use directly in tandem with my PS4. So if I'm playing video games, I'm playing Apex or something like that, I might check Spotify. But I realized that some people don't use Spotify, and Spotify stats aren't important to them. And I have my Spotify link in my Instagram bio, but maybe that's useless to some people. I'm going to get back into news because I'm falling off on a tangent right now. I did play a set. Was that last week? It was last Wednesday I played a set in Koreatown at this thing called Beat Cinema. It was amazing. Such a good set. I can honestly say I've never been able to play a set like that. I have a lot of music like Lush Dream, right? I have a lot of music like Button Willow, if you've heard Button Willow. Songs like Metro Station, if you've heard Metro Station. Really like beat-oriented, like wonky stuff that I can't play at most of my shows, because most of my shows I'm playing with DJs or other singers or something like that, and I have to come up there and I have to really perform. I can't play something that's in the pocket and hope everybody will dance. But this was literally a show for people that made beats, and so I could play those things. It was really nice, the freedom to be able to do that. I would love to play something like that again one day. Truly an experience. But I did play that last week. Thank you, everybody who came out to the show. It was very nice. Somebody came to the show that I haven't seen since high school, but that's another story for another time. As far as the merch, we are moving forward. When I say we, I mean me and the person who designed the merch. He sent me a sample. I wore the sample. I like the way it looks and feels. We're gonna do some rough designs. Get my new logo on there. A new logo I am getting made. And then I can move forward with that. And that is the news on the merch. It is getting pushed back a little bit. I apologize, guys. There's only 2 of us doing this. It's not like we have a full factory of people. And I also want it to be like a quality thing. I don't want to just go to Teespring and send them a JPEG and have them like, you know, screen print a JPEG onto a shirt. I want it to like feel like some effort was put into it. So that is why it's taking so long. And I do apologize to you guys, because a lot of you guys don't know how long it takes to make merch. Because the artist usually does all this stuff in private and then just announces, yo, new t-shirts. But since you guys are in my daily stream, I have let you guys see and hear the entire process pretty much from beginning to finish. So yeah, it's taken a little while. Word up, Cyber. I'm gonna keep you in mind. Somebody's laughing at screen printed JPEG. I mean, I've done it before. I mean, not for merch, but I've definitely done it for like me. Again, I'm getting off topic. That's the news as far as the merch. Hello, Izzy. Yep. You know what time the stream starts, Izzy. What's the other news? I did live show, music, merch. There's one more bit. Oh, the stream. Oh, and how apt, because I was just talking to Izzy about knowing what time it starts. The stream starts at 9 a.m. every weekday. Monday through Friday, I'm here at the same time. I will not be here tomorrow, though. Because today is Friday, guys. You heard right. Today is Friday. There's nothing more for me to do except for work. There's a friend that I have named Koyo. I actually don't know why we're friends. She's a model. I don't hang out with models. She's like a model and does like a lot of cool stuff. Gets to like travel to Paris and stuff like that and isn't like music videos. I don't know why she hangs out with me, but she does every now and then. And so I haven't seen her in a long time, and so tomorrow I have to hang out with her. Have to sounds like an obligation on me. I get to hang out with her. Get to sounds like I'm going to hang out with her. I'm gonna see her tomorrow sometime. I'm gonna get ramen or something. And so I won't be able to work on things tomorrow. So I have to work on everything today so I can get it prepped for Monday, which is when I have to present. Sunday is something. I'm doing something Sunday. Can't remember. Monday is the presentation. So I have to work a lot today. So this is going to be my last stream until Monday. This is what I'm saying. It's only on weekdays, guys. I think that covers the news. Quick Breath and Ego Death are out. I played a show last Wednesday. I have another show coming up in LA, but I can't talk about it quite yet. The streams happen at 9 a.m. on weekdays, same time every time. And the merch is going to be coming next year. Oh, thanks for being in the stream, even though it's at the end, Izzy. I appreciate seeing you, even if you're late. I hope you had fun with Splatoon. I never really got into Splatoon. I mean, I don't have a Switch, but even so, I don't know. Maybe I haven't given it a chance. Goodbye, Slimer. I hope you enjoy your trip out of town, wherever you're going. No, I'm not collaborating with Chrysalis for merch. But Chrysalis is very talented, and anybody who gets to collaborate with Chrysalis on merch is a very lucky individual. Thank you, everybody, for being respectful to me and polite to each other, and being patient also, because we did run 15 minutes over an hour today. I'm going to try to keep that to a minimum going forward. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys Monday. Until then, please enjoy your weekend. Please enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Abba.